heard that you want to apply to Magic Ears, which I think is an excellent idea. My name is Teacher Lynn, and I work for Magic Ears, and I am also an interviewer for the company. So what better way to pass the interview than to hear the secrets from me? But shh, don't tell anyone I'm telling you everything. Like, I'm giving you the inside secrets. I'm telling you exactly what to expect from the minute you get in the interview to the minute you leave the interview. So let's get started. Okay, something you need to know about our interview is that it's different from everyone else's for two main reasons. The first being it's quick. It really is. It's only about 15 to 20 minutes long. About 5 minutes of me asking you some questions, getting to know you, feeling out your personality a little bit, 8 minutes of a demo piece, and another minute of questions. And that's it. You're out. It's so quick. The second thing that makes it different from a lot of other interviews that you're going to be on is you're going to be met by something like me. You're going to be met by somebody who's friendly, who genuinely wants to see you a part of the Magic Ears family. We're there to really help you. We want you to succeed in this interview. You won't be met with somebody who's trying to intimidate you along the way. It really, to me, feels like a very refreshing interview that most people give you. Okay, so something else that you want to know about our interview is that I will be able to tell right away that you did not prepare. I can. It's this gift I have. Not really. It's just very noticeable that you did not prepare for the lesson. It's really easy for me to tell that you're reading the teacher directions or that you're fumbling or you're trying to figure out what you want to do from page to page. So please prepare for the lesson. I can really tell that you tried to wing it. There are so many times that I know that before the interview, Joe got on and he was like, I've been doing this online stuff for years. I got this. And then Joe don't got this. So really, make sure you prepare for the interview. You also want to make sure you are on time. Don't be late. Don't leave me sitting there bored. I can't watch Netflix while I'm waiting for you, so please don't leave me sitting there. It's the worst way to start the interview off. You have 10 minutes to get into that interview before it actually starts. You have plenty of time. So if you're in the interview about 10 minutes before it starts, I probably won't be there. And if I am, my camera's off. If I do come in a little bit before the interview starts, my camera will be off. I won't be paying much attention to you, so don't get all freaked out that I'm sitting there watching you and judging you. No, I'm really not. I'm getting things ready. So don't worry, you don't have to think that something's wrong just because I'm not speaking. About a few seconds before the interview, I will say hello and we'll get things started. Okay, so as soon as the interview starts, I'm going to ask you some questions and I want to get to know you. One of the biggest mistakes I can see in the interview is that people don't open up. They don't let their personality shine. They kind of wait until the actual lesson starts before they get going, before their energy comes out. But no, let me meet you before the interview starts. I really want to get to know you. It really can help me gauge what kind of teacher you're going to be if I can feel your personality. Okay? So once I ask you a few questions, we're going to get going on the demo. But before we get going on the demo, I actually tell you what I'm looking for in the interview. So let me tell you now. So what I'm not looking for in the interview, first of all, is, sorry, I have an itch. I don't know what's happening in my eyes. You don't have to worry about our platform. So that is a nice thing to know before you get in the interview or start worrying about it. You do not have to press any buttons. I'm not even paying attention to the platform. It's not on my radar. You also don't have to worry about where you finish in that 8 minutes as far as the lesson. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. You do not have to worry about being done with the lesson in the 8 minutes. If you're on page 4, great. If you're done, great. There's no set expectation, so don't worry. The other thing that would be helpful to know so you don't stress about it is the Monkey Banana song that you will not be able to get out of your head. You don't have to sing to me. Whew, right? Yeah, you don't have to sing it, but you do have to play it. It's just a really nice time to showcase your energy, how you're going to get the kids excited for the lesson, but you don't have to sing it. You do not have to put me through that. I mean, you don't have to sing it because, you don't want to. I don't want to hear you. Whichever the reason is, you don't have to sing it, but you will not be able to get that song out of your head. Okay, so what am I looking for in the interview? First thing, biggest thing is teaching with passion. What is teaching with passion? What that is at Magic Ears is energy. It is one of our biggest things that we look for in our applicants. It's just teaching with energy. A lot of other companies, you can just read the sentence and the student repeats it and you kind of have that banter back and forth, and before you know it, student's asleep and the student doesn't retain any information. At Magic Ears, we try to really provide our students with an energetic, fun classroom. So I'll be looking at your energy level. I'll also be looking at your facial expressions. Do you just sit there stone-faced the entire lesson? I am sad. Hello, my name is Lynn. Boring. Don't do that. Change that face up. Smile. Showcase your face. Change up. If you're going to ask me a question, what is this? Show me in your face that you're asking me a question. I'm also going to be looking at your tone of voice. Are you changing up your tone? Or are you that boring college professor I had for cell biology that made me want to go to sleep? Don't make me go to sleep in this. Make me have fun. And your voice is really a great tool to make that happen. I'm also going to be looking at your TPR, your total physical response, your hands, the body movements, your gestures. Big, small. How you use your hands to help me learn the lesson is TPR. The biggest thing I see people fail when it comes to TPR is consistency of using it. They start off the lesson great, they use the TPR, and then that's it. It stops. So please try to be consistent with the TPR. It can really help aid the student in learning the lesson. I'm also going to be looking at the movements that you do. Meaning, do you just sit here? Or do you get up? Do you move around the lesson? Do you help keep me engaged just because you are moving a little bit? Do you get me to move? Do you get me to do sleep? Do you get me to do sad? Just help keep me move and you move. That is something I'm going to be watching. So something you should know before we start the interview is that I'm going to be playing the part of a 5-year-old. I don't really understand much English. Mom and Dad have taught me how to tell you my name, but other than that, I don't really understand what you're saying. So making sure that you stick to the lesson and not asking me too many questions that would involve me to know the language would be really helpful. You don't want to go too far off. So make sure you stick directly to the lesson. I'm also going to be looking out for 2 relevant props for the lesson. 2 relevant props to the actual lesson. So this is not a relevant prop. This is not a relevant prop. But it's great, but it's just not considered a relevant prop. A banana for the banana lesson, perfect. A monkey, perfect. You want to make sure that you also use those props at the correct periods of time. You don't want to use it when it doesn't make sense for me. You also have to be watching that you use transitional sentences. And what that is when you go from page to page, you don't want any awkward dead air spaces. Just like you're listening to the radio and all of a sudden there's no commercials and no music and no speaking. It's just quiet. And you're awkward. It's also going to leave the students feeling awkward and confused if you have dead air. So you want to make sure you use transitional phrases. For example, as you're clicking from page to page, say something like, "Great job, guys," or "You guys are awesome," or "Great reading." You want to make sure that you say something to keep my attention and to keep the flow of the class going from page to page. You also want to make sure you keep this on your face the entire lesson. You really want to make sure you smile the entire class. You don't want to lose at any point. I'm also going to be making sure that you do not do something that we call voice dragging at Magic Ears. And that is saying words by kind of dramatizing them to make me understand them. For example, sad. Sure, now I know what sad means, but I'm going to be walking around saying, "I am sad." So if you want to dramatize the word to teach it to me, great, sad. But now, sad, sad. Or how are you? How are you is how we say it. So make sure that you're teaching me the correct way to say it and not using any kind of voice dragging. I'm also going to be looking for some technical things. For example, your lighting. We provide a really happy, energetic classrooms for our students, and we want our lighting to portray that. So making sure that your lighting is good for the interview really helps the process move further. If you do get hired, you wouldn't be able to continue if your lighting was bad in your interview until you fixed it. So So why not just make sure it's good in the beginning? So bright lights, give you a little insight of what I have. I have one of those $25 5-headed lamps from Walmart, like the floor lamp. Works perfect. Also, I'm going to be looking for your backdrop. This is just photography paper from Amazon, 20 bucks. And Magic Gears, we require nothing fancy. It can be a plain white wall, or it can be as decorated as you like. We do ask that you don't have, a bedroom or your kitchen, or your brother or sister or your dog running in the background. We are also asking that you provide our students with a quiet environment. Do I hear cars in the background, or do I hear your family eating dinner in the background? So you really want to make sure it's nice and quiet. I'm also going to be looking at your headset. We would rather you have a headset like this and not, your iPod earphones. I'm also going to be making sure that you are connected to the internet well, that your connection is really good. And what we ask for at Magic Gears is that you be connected to your router through an Ethernet cable. You do not want to be connected to the Wi-Fi because our platform doesn't do well over Wi-Fi. Trust me, as stable as you think the internet is, we do ask that you do not use Wi-Fi, you connect to your router. It makes a world of a difference. Just remember to have fun during this interview. If you have fun and you make me have fun, it's going to be great. Don't make me bored. If I am bored, how are you going to keep a student engaged? Really, just have a lot of fun. I know it's going to be hard that I'm 5 years old and I'm really 21 years old. Anyway, so just make sure that you try your best that I am 5. Just have fun with it. Teach me as if it really was a 5-year-old. I really hope that these points help. We want you a part of the Magic Gears family. I am going to post my link below if you would like to use it to apply. If you have any questions, please reach out. I would love to help you through the process. Good luck.